What is going on, guys? This is Trevinator coming at you with episode 37 of the Realm of Misadventure. This is a little bit weird. I'm not used to doing a voiceover instead of, commentary during a video. But I had to record this late at night. And so I'm actually trying editing, which is awesome. Right now, all I'm doing is I'm just kind of getting rid of some stuff that I don't need, like some gold tools, some gold armor, trying to figure out if chainmail works. Which you'll see in just a second. But yeah, I'm trying some stuff out. Let me know how you guys like it. I'm still learning, so it's going to be a lot of basic stuff. Eventually it'll get more elaborate. But yeah, I wanted to do some like behind the scenes maintenance stuff, but I wanted to record it, which is probably what's going to happen more. You'll probably see more of what happens behind the scenes. Right now, actually, after I look in this shulker box, you'll see something really awesome that I started. You can see I start grabbing some pistons and different things like that. This is for a sorting system for the chickens, which is awesome. So now I'm actually going to be sorting out like where the feathers go and where the chicken goes and all that fun stuff. And then I don't have to worry about sorting it. And this time it actually works, which is awesome. I'm very stupid at this moment for not grabbing more nether quartz because I know I'm gonna need it. But it's hindsight's 2020. But yeah, it's gonna be nice to finally be recording stuff. And I'm still learning, so I don't know how well this is gonna go. But it'll be better than just having raw footage. I think I recorded for about an hour, so I'm gonna try to cut this down to be a reasonable amount of time. One thing is, I think I'm going to. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I was a mix between posting every other day or posting just on the weekdays. I think I'm going to do posting every other day, just to make it a little bit better for just everyone in general, because I have things going on. You guys want content to come out, and sometimes I can't do it every day. So yeah, that's that part of it. But yeah. This is a really cool design. I actually got it from the Silent Whisperer, I think is his YouTube channel. Go check him out if you haven't. He's an awesome Bedrock Minecraft player. He knows the ins and outs of everything. He does redstone stuff. He does farms, everything. That's where I got a lot of stuff from. That's where I actually learned that strays, if you kill them with charged creepers, they actually will 100% of the time drop a wither skeleton skull, which is awesome. It's one thing that I would never expect, but it's a cool little quirky thing. I don't know if it's in every version or if it's just in Bedrock. But yeah, what I'm doing right now is I'm renaming quartz. I wish I'd grab more because I'm gonna end up having a little over 2 stacks later on, but that'll come into play later. This design is ingenious. It's design was originally done by Iskal, but it didn't quite work on Bedrock because of the quirkiness of Bedrock redstone and stuff, and so Silent Whisperers actually fixed it and made it work. What I'm doing right now is making sure that everything doesn't explode everywhere and I don't lose drops. It's going to take a while, which is real annoying. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward it. And yeah, it took really long time. It was really annoying to do it. But as you can see right about now, I've just finished up. And the power of editing, not recording. It's crazy, isn't it? So now I'm just going to start breaking some of this stuff down and get to work. As you can see, this is my makeshift item sorter that didn't work at all because my logic is flawed. I don't remember if I actually did that on video or not. I probably did and probably looked like an idiot. But this will redeem myself. This will redeem myself. That is how English works. But yeah, there might be a couple of cuts here and there just to make things go a little bit quicker. So what I'm going to do right now is I am actually going to set up the top hoppers, which will move hoppers, it will move the items around because I'm going to have feathers on one side and I'm going to have the chicken on the other side. So first things first, I have to make it so it can transfer either direction. Next thing you need to set up is the actual redstone, I think is what I do next. Which uses some comparators to detect an output, and the main way that it works is it essentially will take an output, or it'll read what's inside, and if it is a certain amount, I don't remember what the exact number is. You have to watch Silent Whisper's video. But he explains that at a certain number of items, there'll be a certain redstone output. Once it hits a certain output, it'll actually deactivate some redstone torches and allow items to flow through. And to make this is a really amazing design because it's actually what's known as tileable, which means that you can have a bunch of setups right next to each other and it'll still work. I have the glass here so that way it will be able to pass through, as you can see. One thing that I realized I was stupid about was on these stone and dirt, I think is on the other side. Andesite. I actually need to put the obsidian because the way that this works is you're actually going to use pistons. And in order to make sure the pistons don't actually break something, you just, throw a little bit of obsidian there so it can't actually move. I'm trying to use my touchscreen right here, as you can see. Doesn't work because of the angle, which is real. They need to make it so much easier to place these stupid things. Like do it a little bit like stairs, how stairs work, where depending on where you actually place on the block, it'll go in a specific spot. Like look at that. I'm like clearly standing above it, but it places it flat. There we go. But yeah, this one isn't too bad. But what I do is I actually end up placing a redstone torch on the back sides of these pistons, and what that'll do is it'll power the block that the comparator's on, and in turn it'll power the hoppers and stop them from allowing items to pass through, which is very helpful, because the way that this works is I'm going to have a bunch of items inside of a hopper, so that way one at a time items will flow through only if they're of the right type, but you'll be able to see that a little bit later. Right now I think what I'm doing is I'm going to actually set up the first chests. And what I actually forgot here was I needed some iron and I needed some hoppers because I'm gonna need a whole lot more than I initially thought. And so that's what I'm actually gonna make right now, is a few more hoppers and grab a few more chests just to, fill things out. And as I run back out, these hoppers are going to be the main part that actually does the sorting, kind of. It makes sure that only certain items go through. And that's also where the fillers come in. But yeah, so you'll see here. I actually placed these chests in the wrong spot. They actually need to be one lower, although the hoppers were correct. As you can see, I'm messing up a little bit. So I'm actually going to fast forward this little section just to make sure that you don't get all the boring stuff of me figuring out what I'm doing wrong. So as you can see right here, I'm finally figuring some stuff out. I don't actually know why it worked on this side and not on the other side. It's a little weird. But as you can see, the feathers are not going in just because there isn't chests. I think that might be the reason. I need to have no chests first. But it's bizarre. But yeah, you'll be able to see in just a second as I add some more filler stuff, and then I'll throw in some feathers, and then you'll be able to notice that it drains a certain amount, and that's it. Eventually. I think I'm going to grab some more from what I checked. I don't know why I looked back here. I don't know why my redstone would have been wrong, but, in the moment, it's like, what's happening? See, drop everything. Oh, and look at that. It all drops down. And yeah, it's actually really cool, like the way that this works. And then once I finally get it situated, that's where it's, really awesome. Yeah, and so I'm kind of fast forwarding through this little section just so, you get to see what's happening, but you don't necessarily have to get it at normal speed. So I've increased about 300% or so, maybe no 400, I think. So what I'm doing right now is I'm grabbing some more filler stuff just so that way less amounts are kept inside at once, which I will be grabbing more because I'm doing it wrong. I still don't understand why that happens. I think something felt messed up. I don't know. Oh yes, that's what it was, because I actually needed it on the bottom level. Yeah, so there should be one level of nothing, which is where you actually have your quartz and everything. And I end up fixing it a little bit later where I add an even lower level, but you don't quite see that yet. Right now I'm just throwing all the extra feathers in the area just so I don't have to deal with them. But yeah, it's quite nice. what ends up happening is there's a lot of chicken. I forgot how much I had. It's an insane amount, but now I can actually manage it because of this little item sorter that I have. But yeah, so I'm running down here and I'm just kind of getting some more filler items, which this still won't be enough, because what I end up doing is I end up putting a stack in each side in addition to the, you know, extra 3 on the end. So I actually have 67, which will actually allow it so that way only one item will be contained within each of the hoppers. So 1 feather and 1 cooked chicken. So that'll be very nice. So what I'm doing is I'm grabbing 6 more just to pump it back up. It was actually like awesome, the fact that it fit perfectly. And yeah, now I have this little sorter thing. And so now I run back down and I stared in my inventory for a couple of seconds. Actually, it was probably way too long. But then I start sorting my stuff because I get a lot of stuff just randomly. And it's a lot to take care of. I finally put the bottles away that I grabbed in the very beginning of the episode. But what I'm doing now is I'm getting some shears, which you'll see in just a second. I run over here for fun, just to look at it, check out my stuff. And then I jump over here, light up a little bit, and then I collect. I just get all of this, and I end up with so much. It's insane. It was really annoying to collect just because there's a ledge there. I'm going to end up, you know, fixing that so I don't have to worry. But other than that, it's nice. Like, getting this many vines. I don't need it that often, but for what I'm doing, I need a lot. Because what I'm actually going to do is I am going to make the mom spawner look really nice. Or moderately nice. Because I'm not very good at building. So yeah, I'm just going to throw in some vined stuff. That's not the word for it. The actual word is mossy. So yeah, I'm going to need a lot of this. That's the whole reason I set this thing up, is now I can get 4 stacks of vines every time I mine an entire thing, which I end up with just below because there was, you know, a few things missing. It wasn't fully grown out. I hate when I break them. But yeah, it's a super tedious process just because of the way it is. There's no way for me to collect them without this format. I need to grow them all little by little, and then I need to mine them one at a time, because if I mine the top one, all the ones below it break. But yeah, so I just, you know, going through double checking everything, and I'm going to go jump in the nether and head over to the mob spawner. And yeah, I will catch you guys when I get over there. Alright, and now that I'm over here, you guys will get to see a quick time-lapsey thing of me fixing, quote-unquote, fixing things, because I guess technically I'm making it even worse. The first thing I actually do is I jump up here to grab some wood, because there's no stupid work table over here. And I check out this chest, because I don't actually remember ever looking at it, and I did. Yeah, so my memory is flawless, as you guys can tell. But yeah, so I'm going to start on that little time-lapse right now. I wanted to talk to you guys during this time-lapse about, you know, kind of why I'm doing all this editing and stuff like that. And I just kind of want to make it easier for you guys to watch. So you guys can see a lot more content, but, you know, still have a same length video. Because I'm pretty sure most of you guys don't want to have, like, an hour, 2 hour long video. But I want to record for that long so you guys don't miss anything. But, you know, it's difficult in that case. So yeah, if you guys, you know, enjoy this kind of stuff, then let me know. If you like the time-lapse kind of stuff, if you like to see everything that I'm doing, even though it's really quick, then let me know. Otherwise, you know, I'll just kind of cut that kind of stuff out. I'm trying not to have you guys miss out on a lot of stuff, but, you know, I can only do so much. In this aspect right here, you guys can see that I'm using a mix of, you know, the normal stone brick, mossy stone brick, as well as mossy cobblestone walls, mossy cobblestone walls, yeah, a bunch of stuff. Trying to make it look more ruined. I'm thinking of maybe later on adding in some actual vines, but I'm not sure how that would look. But yeah, as of right now, one of the things that I regret is the fact that the mossy cobble looks a little bit rough. Not rough, but like solid. I don't know, like it's more harsh than all the other stuff. So yeah, as you can see right now, that's why I'm getting rid of a little bit of it, just because it stands out so much compared to the mossy stone brick. Mossy stone brick is a nice soft moss, if that's a correct way of saying it. I don't know. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm kind of finishing this up, and yeah, this is the room. As you can see, it's all right. And with that, I think I will let you guys go. So this has been Trevinator. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys next time.